Good morning, everyone. I am Vishnu Akhtab, and in front of all of you, I am presenting the Business Standard newspaper headline. So, first of all, Tata Group SIA agreed to merge Vistara with AI. Singapore Airlines will have 25% stake in combined entity. Next, budget may not be right time to restructure capital gain tax. Next, Reliance cap Hinduja's Torrent Piramal Oak Tree in Fire. Next, for Fosun weights scale of $3.8 billion Gland Pharma. Next, realistic 10 to 11% nominal growth target on the table. Next, RBI retail CBDC pilot to start tomorrow. Then on page number 2, in that GIP plans to buy Tower Vision India in $400 million deal. It's on page number 2. Next, Go First gets ECLGS boost, expects to get 16 new P&W engines soon. Next, Biocon Biologics completes buy of Vitaris Global Biosimilars Biz. Next, Tata CLIQ Luxury brings French fashion house Lee Mill to India. Next, YouTube removed 1.7 million videos in India in Q2, most in worlds. Next, Adani Group win bid to redevelop Dharavi. Next, Hindujas Torrent Pharma Oka Tree in race to buy Reliance Cap. No separate bids for life general insurance businesses. Next, Fosun weight scale of $3.8 billion Gland Pharma. Hyderabad-based firm says it's not aware of such information. Next, Gland Pharma to buy French firm Cenexi for rupees 1,000 crore. Next, Alibaba to sell Zomato shares worth $200 million. Next, Utterly Butterly Amul butter is short supply. Reported unavailability has restaurant cafes switch to alternatives. Then on page number 3, in that airports nearby areas may not get 5G services anytime soon. Next, have OTT pays telescopes uses charges COAI rights to dot. Next, Uber adds rare seatbelt reminder SOS integration with cops in India. Next, Jet Union removes NCLT for liquidation. Then on page number 4, in that set earth station gateways may need own license. Try bats for using street for furniture for 5G. Next, UK delivering on new FTA with India, says Sunak. Next, SEBI launches investigation against Finfluencer PR Sundar. Next, government is some provision of explosives rule for ISRO. Next, India to pitch for international biofuels alliance at G20 Puri. Next, Union Bank rises to 2200 crore in try second capital for biz growth. Next, Israel director under fire for the Kashmir filed comments. Next, cross border rupees trade FinMin bank had to meet December 5. Next, government lifts ban on export of organic non-basmati rice. Next, budget likely to target 10 to 11% nominal GDP growth in financial 24. Finmin expects moderation in retail inflation. Next, GEM public procurements crosses rupees 1 trillion in just 8 months. Next, Russia asks India to send parts of cars, trains, planes. These items are on a list of 500 sought by Moscow. Next, retail e-rupee pilot launch tomorrow. CBDC more anonymous than traditional e-transactions. The next, finished steel import from Russia hit 4-year high. The next, on page number 6, in that ONGC gas price may be capped at $6.5, no change for Reliance PP. Panel likely to recommend it like linking the price of most local output to an Indian crude basket. Next, foreign reserves likely to show revaluation gains. Next, pesticide sale via e-com sites welcome, but it may see more fakes fear players. Next, financial performance over the last 3 years. Next, GST rate rationalization requires consultation. There should not be hurry. Then on page number 7, in that center's low cost Wi-Fi scheme still buffering, launched in 2020 to serve rural population. PM Wani fails to gather interest. Next, NACL scam. SEBI bans 5 major commodity broker for 6 months. Next, Qatar says worker casualties for the World Cup at 400 to 500. Next, Iran threatened players' skin. Next, Croatia charged for taunts at Goli. Then on page number 18, that buried in ice for 48,500 years, zombie virus resurrects. Scientists to 2,000 virus found in uh, pre-forced are still infectious. Next, its cop its cops e censorship versus dating apps has China's using tactic force to mute protest. Next, police leveraging power of the country's surveillance apparatus against protesters. Next, golden era with China over Sunak. Next, students send home amid protest. Next, pushes elderly vaccination. Next, HSBC agrees to sell Canada Bees for $10 billion. Next, US based crypto exchange Bitfront shuts down. Next, China billionaire Jack Ma found living in Tokyo. Next, two-thirds of Londoners are now ethnic minorities. Next, strong headwinds to slow global trade growth in 2023, says WTO. Cities Ukraine conflict, high energy prices, inflation, and monetary tighten has reasons. Next, Musk feud with Apple over ads. Next, Germany in LNG deal with Qatar for 15 years. On page number 15, it's an article section. In that, page number 9. In that, ED's expansion, uh, Cavit, Emter, geoengineering and climate control. Next, why this is India decade. Next, battleground in the global AI war. Then on page number 10, in that lump sum mutual fund investment dive has investors steered SIP path at rupees 17,900 crore. October flows are down 64% from peak amid uncertain market condition. Valuation worries. Next, reform push. SEBI set up three panels, experts to advise changes to reform around FPI takeover code and social stock exchanges. Regulator lawyer single issuer a limit for debt mutual fund. Next, key challenge for new BSC chief, keep NSC the revival he helped build in check. Next, after highs expensive valuation change in LTGG tax structure risk to market rally. Next, experts positive on Scott Kubota medium term plans. Next, for Adani Enterprises, its patient capital now. Then on page number 11, in that crude oil prices may shoot up to $110 a barrel in 2023. Experts estimate a 33% rise from the current level of $83 in 2022. It peaked to $127. OPEC meet on December 4 to decide on more supply cuts. Next, inheritance right of adopt children, rest of personal law. Hindu and Christian law treat them on a par with the natural boom ones. Then on page number, Thailand to tax stock trading 0.05% levy for starters in 2023. Then on page number 19, in that IRDA prescribes a health tonic by asking health insurers to access a national list of doctors. The regulator hopes to encourage them to offer more flexible policy outside of the hospital network. Next, wanted global partners for Bharat Bio intranasal vax. Next, that much for today. Thanks for watching. Make a good day.